Hello there, it's Jackie Bolhuis from Klompen Stampers. Today I have what's called a product medley to share with you, and it's what I'm focusing on this month for my online stamping class. If you like products that all coordinate and take all the thinking out of, does this go with that? Product medleys are awesome. And if you like lots of step-by-step tutorials, my online class serves that purpose as well. Now, this class shows 12 different cards, and I have all 12 here that I'm going to share with you today so you can see everything you can do with this medley. And you can get the tutorial for this class completely free if you place an order with me that's at least $50 from July 1st through the 10th and use my special online host code. Now, all the information for that class, as well as this product medley and pictures of the cards I'm going to share with you today, will be over on my blog post. Right down, I guess it'd be like right down there, down that way, I don't know. In the description of this video, you'll find a link that will take you over to that blog post. It's for July 1st, 2020, and it will show all of this stuff for you. But it's more fun seeing it up live and let's say up close and in person via video. So that's what we're going to do today. So let's go ahead, flip this camera down. Let me show you these products in the 12 different cards. Hold on a sec. Now, chances are, if you already have the Stampin' Up! Catalog, this is what the front looks like, you might have missed these products. Now, if you don't have a catalog and you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, make sure you hop over to my website as well and you can request a catalog over there. But if you have it and you flip through it, on page 9 is what's called our Boho Indigo Product Medley. And I bet most of you missed it. You kind of like skip through these pages and think, oh, they're just pretty pictures. But no, this is what's called the Product Medley. Now, in it, you get everything that coordinates. The only thing you got to add to make some cards is some cardstock and some ink. So let me show you these products, and then we're going to look at the 12 projects. It's hard to say both of those. So you will get in this medley, and it all comes together, stamp set and dies. Now check out the stamp set. I love all these little vases, and you can stamp them and cut them out, or you're going to see in some of my samples, I just use the dies to cut out from the pretty paper. There's also some stamps, again, that have dies to go with it, and this is one of those fun die sets that they've been doing a lot of, where they give us standalone dies that just cut out images, as well as ones like the flower here, dies that will cut out the stamped images. Now, I think the star of the show is the designer series paper, because you guys know how much I love designer series paper. There is a whole, yep, I think I have all 6. There's a whole package. It would be the same as buying a package of designer series paper. There's 6x6. There's 6 different sheets, and they're double-sided, so you get 12 different prints. It features Night of Navy and that misty moonlight, that new blue color. But aren't these papers absolutely stunning? And very vanilla is the base instead of white. So they're a little, I guess, softer looking. So you get the whole package of designer series paper. You get this fun ribbon combination. I love kind of the frayed edges on it. And it's pretty soft. You should be able to tie this if you're a good bow tire. And then the gold on this one. And then you get several sheets, I don't know exactly how many because I've used a bunch of them, of embossed very vanilla cardstock. So I think there was 3 different prints on here. I don't know if you can see, flip it that way, the texture on these, but these are embossed, so they're all ready to cut and use as layers. You get some of the fern punch-outs, die cuts, but look at the pretty gold foiling on these. You can see I've been using a bunch, and you'll see them on the cards. And then also quite a few sheets of the labels, and again, gold foiling. So these are perfect for your greetings. Set those aside, and then these fun little flowers, okay? So all of that comes as part of the product medley. Now you can even buy the refill that gives you all the consumables. So it's the paper, the die cuts, the ribbon, all that stuff. It just doesn't have the stamp set and dies in it. So let's set this aside and let's take a look at the 12 cards I have for you. Now with these cards, the only thing I had to use for my own stash was my cardstock and my inks. So if you like this product medley, make sure you check out that blog post, because you'll see I'll list everything I use for it. But also, like I said, I have 12 different cards. These are all part of my online class tutorial. So you can get the step-by-step instructions for all of these, lists the directions as well as all the cutting directions. So I'm just going to go through them and give you a peek of them, and you'll see some of the products Here you'll see I use Pear Pizzazz, one of the ink colors. This is just a circle punched out of the designer series paper, but check out these labels, and you'll see them a lot on these. I just love the gold foiling edge on them. And there's those cute little flowers. Just stuck those on with glue dots. Here I did use the stitch rectangle dies. If you don't have that, you could just cut strips of it. But again, there's that foil. And here you can see the vase is stamped and cut out, but then our ferns, I guess that's, or palms, whatever you want to call them, those are just cut out from the dies. And you can see the texture in them. So they don't just cut the shape, they give you kind of the veins and the texture. So we'll kind of flip. Here's that paper that's been embossed. Okay, so you don't need to do your own embossing folder. It's right there for you. I did add a little bit of linen thread. On a couple of these, I used the ribbon that came with the medley, but you know me and that linen thread, I just can't get away from it. Here we go. We got both ribbons going on here. Look at the, I don't know if you're probably getting a big old glare with all that gold foil on that one. But isn't the designer series paper itself beautiful? So there's that. Here we did some stamping and die cutting. This vase is just the vase die and some designer series paper. And I just covered the whole front of the card with a piece of designer series paper. I've been doing that a lot lately. I like that. And you can see that stinking linen bow shows up everywhere. I think it's my new trademark, we're gonna call it. Again, designer series paper on the vase. Here I use the stitch label, nested label dies, I believe they're called. But you can see the texture back here. That is the paper that's been embossed. That's part of the medley. Now, if you're making these and you don't have that particular die, you could just cut a rectangle or any shape for that. Here we're just kind of focusing on using that designer series paper. But I love the look of the three different vases together. Now I use several different greens for my different green stamps and die cuts. And really you could use any greens will coordinate with this. So if you don't have the exact same colors that I list over on that blog post, I promise any will work. I don't know, this might, did I already say I had a favorite? I don't know, this might be my favorite. Love just the squares cut out, shows off that designer series paper, some die cut and that little flower on there. This one we've done more stamping, and again the die cuts, and I kind of combined the die cuts with the little flowers. And there's the final one, all die cuts. There's these three little vases and they've got a lot of nice texture in them as well. So those are the 12 cards that are in the tutorial. Now remember, hop over to the website, you'll have all the information. I'll have pictures of these over there as well. This tutorial is free with a purchase by July 10th. Otherwise it will be in my tutorial store and you can purchase just the tutorial as well. So as always, if you have questions, reach out to me, leave me a comment, send me an email, contact me through my website. I'm happy to help you with any questions and any Stampin' Up! Needs that you have. So I look forward to stamping with you again real soon. Hope you like these projects. Have a stamp happy day. Bye-bye.